It's that time of the year again, May. But for us movie buffs, it's more than just the start of summer and graduation parties. May is the month for all things Star Wars.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
From the release of the original Star Wars Episode 4 on May 25th, 1977, to George Lucas's birthday on May 14th, this month is packed with galactic celebrations. Let's not forget about May 4th and 5th, known worldwide as Star Wars Days, where fans unite for epic watch parties. So as we dive into the Star Wars timeline, may the 4th be with you, but watch out for the revenge of the 5th.
Rebellions are built on hope.
In recent years, new entries in the Star Wars timeline have introduced us to characters like Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren.
That's one hell of a pilot! Woo-hoo!
The sequel trilogy, consisting of Episode 7, The Force Awakens, 8, The Last Jedi, and 9, The Rise of Skywalker, are continuations of the original trilogy of Episodes 4, A New Hope, 5, The Empire Strikes Back, and 6, Return of the Jedi.
Chewie. We're home.
On May 27th, 2022, the miniseries Obi-Wan Kenobi was released on Disney+. The highly anticipated show followed a previously unseen adventure by Obi-Wan Kenobi a decade after the tragic fall of Anakin Skywalker and the rise of Darth Vader in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The new entry to the Star Wars universe provided audiences with a new exciting story taking place between the prequel and original trilogies, utilizing classic characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Princess Leia, and Bail Organa, while also introducing new characters like the third sister.
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
The show cast Ewan McGregor, reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel trilogy, alongside Hayden Christensen, who portrayed Anakin Skywalker in the prequels as well.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and eerie.
If you are completely new to Star Wars, the order could be a bit confusing of what to watch when, but don't fear, as fear is the path to the dark side.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
The Star Wars universe can be daunting to follow at first. The franchise is broken up into three main trilogies: the original trilogy, the prequels, and the sequels.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
The original trilogy consisted of episodes 4, 5, and 6. Though this trilogy starts the numbering on the 4th addition to the franchise, it was chronologically the first film released. Originally titled simply Star Wars, it was renamed in the opening crawl of its 1981 re-release. A New Hope was a box office success.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Director and writer George Lucas planned for the epic saga to consist of three major trilogies, where we start in the middle of the series, go back to see how the crisis started, and finally end in resolution. Episode 4 was the first of the franchise, in which it introduced audiences to major cultural icons such as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, and also breathtaking visuals portraying space dogfights, the Death Star, and lightsabers.
I love you.
I know.
The franchise continued in 1980 with the release of Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, where we meet Luke again on his journey to become a Jedi Knight. This film was then shortly followed by Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, in 1983, in which we see the redemption of Darth Vader and the fall of the Empire. Those three films serve as the foundation for the rest of the series.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
The next trilogy was released starting in 1999 and revolved around the origins of Luke's father and his journey to become Darth Vader. Darth Vader, or Anakin Skywalker, serves not as an antagonist like in the original trilogy, but instead as a protagonist in a journey mirroring Luke's own from the original trilogy as he learns to become a Jedi Knight.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
The prequel trilogy consists of episodes 1, The Phantom Menace, 2, The Attack of the Clones, and 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Now this is pod racing.
That gives us an insight into how the Old Republic fell and led to the rise of the Empire seen in the original trilogy. The most recent trilogy began in 2015 with the release of The Force Awakens. This new trilogy, frequently called the sequels, consists of a new regime called the First Order that took the place of the Empire after its fall in Return of the Jedi. While the sequels featured many characters from the original trilogy, the majority of the cast were new characters created for the trilogy with ties to classic characters. Kylo Ren, one of the villains of the sequels, is the son of Princess Leia and Han Solo, while Rey is the granddaughter of the Emperor, who meticulously crafted the fall of the Old Republic in the prequels and ruled the Empire with an iron fist in the original trilogy.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh? Oh, the uniform. I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
The Star Wars universe also consists of stories from other mediums, such as series, both animated and live action, video games, and comic books. Highly regarded as one of the best pieces of Star Wars media, the Clone Wars animated series, available on Disney+, follows Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Anakin's Padawan Ahsoka Tano. The series takes place between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith in the prequel trilogy. Ahsoka Tano, an original character to the series, became so popular that she earned her own live-action miniseries in August of 2023. The series continued storylines from other shows, specifically The Mandalorian and Star Wars Rebels.
Do it.
While the main saga consists of 9 films, the franchise includes many other sources, from the multiple television series, to the 2, soon-to-be 3 spin-off films, to the multiple video games. Unfortunately, it's not quite as easy as it would seem to place particular Star Wars events on a given timeline. Before Lucasfilm's acquisition by the Walt Disney Company in 2012, the Star Wars Expanded Universe was also comprised of many novels, comics, and video games. After the acquisition, Disney labeled most of these pieces of media as non-canon in 2014, relegating them to be a part of only a Legends moniker, with the only non-film release maintaining its canonicity being the Clone Wars animated series.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
Recently, many elements of Star Wars Legends have made their way back into the Star Wars canon. One prominent example is the character Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn was originally created by Timothy Zahn in his Heir to the Empire trilogy in 1991. In 2016, Thrawn made his canon debut in the Disney XD animated show Star Wars Rebels. Following this recanonization of the character, Zahn proceeded to write 6 new books in the new Star Wars canon that, while mostly don't conflict with his original trilogy, do add some more questions about what is and isn't included in the canon. This fan-favorite character then made his live-action debut in the Ahsoka miniseries in 2023. With the Star Wars franchise consisting of so many pieces of media, speaking on the timeline can be difficult. The main thing to remember is that the 9 main films released in 3 trilogies, with episodes 4, 5, and 6 releasing in the 1970s and 80s, episodes 1, 2, and 3 releasing at the turn of the millennia, and episodes 7, 8, and 9 releasing in the 2010s. While there's still much to cover to truly dissect the Star Wars timeline, this basis should serve to help you on your journey to discover the wonders of that galaxy a long time ago, far, far away. May the Force be with you.